Welcome back from the coffee court. And that was the discussion of the art industry in Uganda with Abemichi right there, quite an experienced personnel into that industry. And at this very time, it's exactly 39 minutes past the hour of 8 a.m. And we are getting to the topic of discussion. And we know that October is the Cyber Awareness Month. And today we want to discuss the matters of cybersecurity as something which is not sometimes taken seriously, but it should be something as a necessity for any Ugandan to know out there, to know what needs to be done to ensure that you actually protect your records, financial records, and anything that speaks about you that can be of a great asset into your life. And of course, we are going to be looking at the journey ever since independence. Remember, just 2 days left for Uganda to celebrate 60 years of self-rule. And of course, we are discussing this aspect in terms of where have we come from, where are we right now, and where shall we be heading, of course, years to come. And with me in studio, I'm with a cyber security expert. She's going to introduce herself. Actually, maybe she's called Catherine Femias. She's going to talk more about herself. And of course, we are going to be discussing matters of cybersecurity and knowing the journey, Uganda's cybersecurity journey, and where we are heading. Catherine, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Sorry, Femias. Okay, and you can make a brief introduction to the viewers right there.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Femias Orishaba Baguma. I am a cybersecurity analyst. Or expert, as they call us. As we go on and on, we become experts or professionals, cybersecurity professional. What I do on a daily basis is analysis, is audits, IT audits. We do penetration tests. We do what we call ethical hacking.
Ethical hacking,
yes.
Okay. We shall talk about that.
As a cybersecurity professional, you have so many avenues of work every day.
Yes. All right. Very interesting. Maybe before we try to examine the journey of cybersecurity, like where Uganda we've come from. You know, we are in the Independence Week.
Yes.
You know, it's 60. We are celebrating 60 years, and you know, the concept of technology has been there before. You know, it's not the first time but it started from somewhere.
Yes.
You know, but before we get there, give us a hint. When somebody hears cybersecurity, there is somebody viewing it and they're not connecting at all. What should somebody think about when they hear that word cybersecurity? Thank
you very much. Now, cybersecurity is very important to understand that it is not just computers. Because everyone thinks when they hear cybersecurity, they think IT, computer-related things. But it is computers as an element. But cybersecurity in general is the tactics or the process that we go through to protect our data, to protect our software and hardware from what we call cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are the things that could put us in danger as people using the internet or using the computers and the software that is out there. So we do this through testing vulnerabilities and threats. And so when you look at the combination of the people using the technologies being used, and the processes being used to run this one thing that culminates into cybersecurity. So you have to look at the people, the technologies, and the processes that we are using to run all these things together. So we have vulnerabilities and threats, which we use to assess how we can protect the data. Everyone has data out there. Data is anything that connects to you. Your name, your pictures, your address, everything that is out there about you, it becomes data. Software is all the things that we download to our apps. I mean, the applications we download to our phones, the computers, and that is also part of the system. So when you look at the people and the software we're using, then the hardware themselves, that means the computer, the box cases, and everything else, the flash drives. So you look at all of it, how can you protect it?
Okay.
That becomes cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
Yes.
A very interesting insight. I believe as a viewer, right there, you've been able to get quite a clear insight regarding what cybersecurity is, a concept that probably majority hear about, but sometimes they don't get a hint of what exactly it means. And now, since we're in the Independence Week, I remember from the way back since the first computer was introduced in Uganda, of course, before records were kept using the traditional means, that's on paper-based systems.
Yeah.
Actually, recently, there are a group of innovators that came up to design an electronic documentation system for government work, whereby paperback to ensure that government starts to keep its records electronically. Because when you go to majority of government offices, they're using that traditional ways of keeping, and anyways. And now we want to discuss from the way time, from where have we begun from? We are looking at the time since we got self-rule as Uganda. Let's see where we have come from to where we are right now, for now.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that. And having this as a focus topic in this week is actually very nice to throw a light on these things which affect us, which are important to us. Now, I want to acknowledge the fact that we have come from very far, technologically speaking, as a country and as a people. And we are looking at a time when maybe the president, Mr. Museveni, made the first phone call using MTN to South Africa, and it was exciting because he had to. It was sort of a launch for telephones in Uganda. So we have come from very far, from the point where we had to use desk phones, where we had to have the telephone booths everywhere on the roads, to the time where we would pay some money to a shopkeeper or a shop attendant to allow you use a telephone. And at that time, anyone who owned an email address was considered rich. That was sort of having
which year was that?
I think we could talk about maybe 1996, 7 there. Okay. Having a box case and a computer in your home or even in your office, that was too rich for anyone. So we're looking at the years of about 1996. Between 1996 to 2004, there was a lot of consumption for technology. That is when we started to appreciate the use of technology in some things that we do daily. So you find that we started sending some messages, we started to decode some of these things. So I realized that, and that's when mobile phones, the big phones, the Sony Ericssons, the Nokia started to come around. And so owning a phone became prestigious in a home. You find that we have come from a time whereby, from around 1996 to 2004, mobile phone users grew from 3,000 to about 1 million and 40,000 people. So you find that within a short period of time, we adapted quickly to technology. We were receptive, and it comes on so easy because when you see someone else using something, you want some of it. And technology is that exciting. Even to date, when you see that Apple is releasing a new product, you are excited.
Definitely.
Yes. So we have come from far, and the uptake of technology has been very, I could say, among the best industries that people have embraced. So the only challenge was, with the uptake of technology, didn't come awareness of the dangers that come with it. So you are given a phone. Well, sometimes there is a manual, but you know us Ugandans, we don't usually read these manuals. We usually check it and test. Then when we fail, then we look for that small paper, and you're like, where is the manual? There was a box, there's a paper somewhere. So that was, I could say, the challenge.
Okay, maybe if I may ask, during those times when when technology had just been introduced to Uganda, you talked about the 1996, and what was the chance of cyber-related crimes at that moment?
Yes.
If we are to, did we have even any at that time?
Yes, of course.
Tell us
Most definitely. So what happens is that everything in its time has its challenges. So at the time when people were using floppy disks, people were using sticks, memory sticks, Of course, we still have flash drives up to now. They have been compressed and the memory has become bigger. But those days they would be so small and they would be a bit bulky. So you had diskettes, you had CDs, DVDs, and at that time we used to mostly connect, maybe using, by the time we started taking domains seriously, like the .com, .net, you started seeing people buying .ug in around 2001, 2002. So you find that even then we had some cybercrime, of course. Yes, because there will be, it wouldn't be very much intentional, because again, like today, cybersecurity was a responsibility for the big organizations. There wasn't so much of policies as a country that could regulate these things, or there wasn't so many bodies like the NITAUs, or even if they would have been there, they didn't take that as a very serious problem. So you'd find that a virus could come unintentionally through sharing maybe the memory sticks or the floppy disk or the flash drives, and you'd find that a network has been attacked, a database has been compromised. People had networks then, even if we were using intranets, and then the awareness was still very low.
Very low.
Yeah. So you find that someone would unintentionally aid an attack. An attack. Yes, but it wasn't normally targeted to big organizations. It would be sort of a mistake someone has made, and then there would be a virus or a worm, or it would be outdated systems that have not been patched. And because again the expertise was still very low, so you find that there has been an attack that wasn't foreseen or wasn't premeditated. So there were cyber attacks there on networks and databases, and of course on the systems.
All right, that's very interesting insight right there. As we see that cybersecurity, of course, it's been there, but there was an aspect of ignorance, just like how you can share flash and you put it into your disk, and at the end of the day, before you know it, that device where you plugged it in just gets an issue. Like a virus attack, it starts to freeze its operations. So at that moment, cybersecurity, whatever the cybersecurity attacks that took place were not planned. It was a mistake, like the expert has said regarding that. And now, Orishaba, tell us something about, okay, we've seen where we came from. Where are we right now in regards to cybersecurity awareness?
Awareness. If you ask me where we are right now, we are in what we call a fruition stage. I would call it a fruition stage. When you know you have kept your avocado for a while in the fridge, and you're excited about it to be ripe. And so there is that time when you're waiting, you keep checking on it. You keep checking on it. So we are in that stage where we are working towards becoming more aware. Every day you find that people are excited about what cybersecurity is. People have been affected directly by attacks which come home. For example, your phone, your Instagram has been hacked. You've lost your identity. Someone's pictures have been leaked. So it is very relatable. So the stage we are at right now, organizations have lost a lot of money in cybercrime. And so when you ask me about how we are in terms of awareness, I would say we are not doing so badly. But then again, that has been work of people who have put in the time. We have people who have been in the industry for over 10 years, where no one knew what cybersecurity was. When we were children, for example, when they would ask us, what do you want to become?
What did you tell them?
It was so, it is still rare up to today, and that's when I come back to say that we are there, we are in that level of fruition of acknowledging cybersecurity, but we're still low in the uptake of the field. We are still low in the skill. We're still low in buying the services of cybersecurity. We're still low in implementing these systems that are required. And so cybersecurity awareness is, people are excited, but that's all they're doing. So when it comes to implementation, taking up the jobs in the field, you know, giving the budgets to the security people in organizations to actually make cybersecurity real or a reality in those organizations, it is still a bit low. So you find that cyber attackers are still running on our ignorance, even up to today, to actually have success on our systems.
Yeah. Maybe when you talked about that we still have a low intake regarding awareness of cybersecurity, why do you think it's that way in Uganda? Why do you think people are less receptive to that? In your opinion, according to what you said?
In my opinion, I would say people want things they can touch. People want things they can see. And cybersecurity is invisible, but it is around us. And the other thing, it is not a very glamorous journey. For example, taking on a journey, it could be you want to become an expert. You want to become a cybersecurity professional. It is going to take you time and passion to build this journey, to build your career in it. And it is going to require you to put in the hard work. Let's talk about the organization spending on it. So when you look at budgets that are approved by management, most times they find it easy to buy a firewall because they can see the package in which it comes. They will find it easy to buy new systems or new computers because they can touch it. But when a security officer goes and tells them we need a budget for an audit or a pen test, you have to make sure the management understands what they should expect from this service. So, and also other people feel that it is still far from them. I don't own a company, I don't keep money. Even when they own companies, they don't think that they run money. So if my company doesn't, it's not a bank, who is going to want to hack me? I don't think that I'm a target market. So you find that very many people still think that it is a far-fetched theory, yet every day they're receiving links to tell them there is free data here. You have won an iPhone 14 Pro Max.
I mean,
so that's why I think that we still have low intake on awareness.
All right, and you know, you mentioned something about a firewall, but that's something we shall discuss after the break.
Sure.
If you could be right there and you're asking yourself, what is a firewall? We shall find out more of that. Regarding that, now, based on that analysis of where we are right now, as we wind up before we go into the break, what does the future hold for cybersecurity in Uganda?
The future is very bright for cybersecurity. The future is actually brilliant, I could say. Why would I say that? Because everything that we're doing is becoming more technological by the day. And as we run things online, as we run things with technology, that means that there is going to be more people who are pulled to steal or to break law. Just like in our physical world, we have thieves for everything. We're going to have hackers who, every time someone is building a new application, a new system, there is someone out there who wants to break it that very day. And it is their passion. And they have the space, they have the tools, and they have the commitment. So it means that if you want to become a professional in cybersecurity, the future is bright. But also if you are running a business, the future requires you to understand cybersecurity as a risk for your business. When you are drawing up a plan, if you're planning a budget, you are setting up systems, you need to have cybersecurity incorporated in what you're doing. And why am I saying that? Because even you as a person in your daily life, you need to plan for cybersecurity. You need to have a password on your phone. You need to make sure that you understand what platforms you're joining, what applications are you downloading. So everyone is concerned. And so what I'm seeing in the future is, as we go into artificial intelligence, as we go into big data, now we have cryptocurrencies, which people call fake money. But all that is very, very, it's part of the future, and that calls for a lot of cybersecurity awareness. Yes.
Thank you so much for that insight. And of course, right now, let's get into a short commercial break. I shall be returning with more details regarding cybersecurity. But this time around, we're going to get into a little bit detailed and complex regarding cybersecurity. Of course, we shall find out, how do you know that you have been hacked? If you hacked, what else? What next? Yes, I've been hacked. What next? Many more concepts regarding cybersecurity, which are very important for a business person right there. Let's get into a short commercial break. Stick around.